Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I have two super cute cards to share with you today. Actually, a card and a little treat bag filled with some Hershey's Nuggets chocolates. And this is super easy to create. So let me show you how I put these together. I'm featuring some of the items out of this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit. You can see it makes 10 cards, and it's called Manly Moments, which is kind of awesome because there's some perfect cards for masculine themed cards, but certainly they can be used for other things. You can see I wanted to take these masculine cards and turn them into something a little more feminine, and I'll show you how I did that in a second. I first want to show you the two cards a little bit more up close. I love this one. You are my favorite adventure. My anniversary is coming up at the end of June, so I think this is the perfect card for that. And so I made this super easy to put together. They're just stickers layered up on one another, and then I stamped up here because there is an amazing stamp set that comes with our kit this month. Let me show you what it looks like. It's got all of these really great words. Happy birthday to you, Father's Day, birthday, anniversary. Thank you, favorite. You are my adventure. All these different words. And then there's dad, brother, uncle, son, grandpa, husband, friend, nephew. So basically any masculine person you can think of is included in this stamp set. I'm going to make one of the second card. So this is one of the two cards that are made in this set. I'm going to show you the second card and just how easy it is to put these paper pumpkin things together. So first of all, the card came just like this. It's scored and folded and ready to go. It's a printed paper panel. All right, there's some die cut badges that were in the kit, as well as this cute little die cut and scored banner. So all I did was fold on the little score lines to create the little three-dimensional banner part. And then what I'm going to do is stamp on this. So I've got my anniversary card ready to go, but I need a Father's Day card because that's coming up soon. So I just said to you because I was looking at my stamp and it says to you. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I've got my happy and to you. And what I did is I just spaced these out by setting the pieces of rubber on the top and bottom of my little banner here so they'd be spaced out evenly. And then I also have Father's Day somewhere. Here we go. So I'm going to stamp Father's Day and then happy to you on the banner. All right. Now this kit came with a Mossy Meadow ink spot. I'm saving my spots because I like to give them away as gifts. So I'm just going to use my regular Mossy Meadow ink pad to make this. But I'm just going to stamp Father's Day on here. Isn't that cute? And then you can see it'll fit right here on that badge. I'll stamp the happy and to you, and that fits right over the badge, or the banner, pardon me. Just like that. So isn't that cute? All right, let's put it together. That's really all that there is to this. It's so easy. So now the kit comes with some dimensionals, so we can pop up our little banner right over the top. And now I've got a Father's Day card too. And if my husband is really observant, he'll see that they coordinate because Father's Day and our anniversary is only a couple weeks apart. We'll see. I don't know how observant he'll be about this, but he'll be impressed that I made him cards, right? Okay, so I just popped those up, and that's all there is to it. It was so quick and easy. Now, I took this card base and then designed a much more feminine card using the exact same supplies. So let me show you how I did that. I shouldn't say using the exact same supplies, using the same card base, but then I changed things up to get this cute daisy card. Okay, so to make this, I'm going to take another one of those banners from my kit. They just come like this, and then I'm going to, like I said, fold on the little score lines that are already on there, so it's super duper easy because this makes it kind of that dimensional zigzaggy banner pattern. That's so cute. So I kind of like to fold them back and then forth like that. So that's really easy. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. Now I've got my card. So remember, we're making this card and we're making it cute and feminine. So I'll just grab one out of my packet of materials And you might notice on here, there's kind of this plaid type pattern on here. We don't want that. So we're going to take that plaid pattern and get rid of it. To do that, I've cut myself. I just measured how big this pattern or this flap is, and it's about 2 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches. So I'm going to just adhere a piece of pink pirouette cardstock that's that big right to that flap. Okay, so I wanted to make it a little cuter. Of course, we got to make everything cuter, right? And I'm going to take some pink pirouette ink and the little center from the daisy stamp set, because I'm using the daisy set to make these cards, and that is this set right here. There's a little center that actually goes in the center of the daisy. It fits right there, but I'm going to use it as a polka dot on here. So let me just stamp the little polka dot pattern on here before I adhere it to my card. So a really cute card design, and so easy to alter it so that it's gonna be a little bit different, you know, not so masculine. Okay, so now I'll take that and adhere it directly to that flap, like so. And now we already have the beginnings of a more feminine card, right? Okay, next we're going to take and stamp that daisy twice using some pink pirouette ink and pink pirouette cardstock scraps. I've got a bunch of these little scraps. I think they were left over from a card that I made a while ago from trimming cardstock. And so I'm just going to take and stamp that daisy stamp 2 times and then punch it out. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. All right, now you might think to yourself, how on earth are you going to punch this? Because, well, maybe I can. Sometimes it's hard to get a punch on a little scrap like this to line up. So I do actually have a trick for you, and that is take a Post-it note like this. I always have Post-it notes handy in my office, and just attach it to the very end. And then you see all that extra space you have to hold on to now? And that makes lining this up and punching it out a breeze. So I love that little trick, and you can use your Post-it note over and over, so long as you don't cut too much of it off when you punch. So that's pretty easy. So I've got my 2 daisies. I'm going to adhere them together, and I am going to curl the leaves, or the petals, just a little bit, not too much. And be careful because you don't want to rip one off. I know, I've done it. That's how I know, actually. All right, so that gives them just a little bit of dimension so they're not completely flat. So that looks cute. Now to prepare the rest of my card, now that I've got my daisy ready, I'm going to open this flap up, and then remember I've got happy to you. Well, I don't need the to you, but I want to take the happy. Let me get rid of that. I just cleaned this off, by the way, because it had some ink on it from the last card I made. And then I'm going to take some crumb cake ink, because that kind of matches this wood grain paper. And I'm just going to stamp happy in the background, kind of randomly. And so this just kind of goes with my little birthday banner. So happy, 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 happy. And those happies will show. There we go. And then we'll put the daisy right over the top. All right, to do that, I'm going to add a little metallic thread to the back, kind of behind where the daisy will go. So I'm just going to put a little bit of fast fuse on here, a couple strips. That's going to do 2 things. It's going to hold on to this metallic thread, which I'm going to wind loosely around my 4 fingers. You can see I have a little space in there. And what I'm trying to do is create some loops that are roughly the size of my daisy. I'll trim this off, and we just want to make sure that some of this gets into that fast fuse so that it sticks and stays in place. And you can see it does not need to be pretty and perfect. It just needs to be in there. And I kind of like sticking the ends into that adhesive just so that they don't get in my way. Okay, so there we go. We can kind of mess around with it, but that looks pretty good. Then we'll take our daisy and just adhere it right to that adhesive. So that's on there great. Next, we need to stamp our happy or our birthday on our little banner. So I'm going to stamp that in some Peekaboo Peach ink right on there, and then we'll pop this up right on top of our daisy. So that's all that there is to this. So easy. And I will show you how I put together a little coordinating treat. Happy birthday. So cute. All right. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I did. I'm sorry. You got to add a little bling. So I'm going to put a few rhinestones on here just to kind of add a little pizzazz to my card. So there's a few there. Excuse me. And a couple up here. And that looks pretty cute. So isn't that an adorable card? And you can see, you can take a masculine version or a feminine version. Now, like I said, I made a little treat bag to go with this. So again, I took some of that scrap of Peekaboo Peach cardstock. This time I'm going to stamp my little daisy on here once, and then without re-inking, I'm going to stamp it twice, like so. It's kind of a subtle effect, but it's kind of cute. I like it. And then I'm going to punch it, this time not with the daisy punch, but rather with the everyday label punch. And you can see I'm kind of putting it off kilter a little bit, just to add a little interest. Okay, so there's my everyday label punch. I'm also going to take one of the other little sentiments in here, and I've got this little scrap piece of cardstock. This is left over from trimming my cardstock. And it's going to say, I love you, or love you. I love you. Okay. And I'm going to stamp that in some pink pirouette right on this little scrap like that. And then we'll punch the end with our triple banner punch, which I do not see. So we might improvise a little bit and use, ooh, well, I'm going to improvise and use this punch. This is the Truly Tailored Tag Punch. It does the same thing as our triple banner, since I think mine is out in my classroom because I had a class yesterday. All right. So there we go. I love you. And then we'll pop this up onto our tag with just a little piece, edge piece of some dimensionals, because those edge pieces are nice and skinny. Okay, you can also use foam adhesive strips too. Those work nicely because they're nice and skinny also. All right, so I just put I love you on there. So cute. And then I'll take my handheld 1/8 inch punch and just punch the end of this tag so that I can attach it to my little cello bag. Now we've got these awesome little 2 by 8 inch cello bags, and they are the perfect size for making little chocolate treats. All right, I grabbed some Hershey's Nuggets. They come, you can get big packages of them, and they have kind of gold and silver and sort of this copperish color. And then I've got 1 by 3 inch strips of paper. I usually do this with DSP, which is a little thinner, but I didn't have any DSP that exactly coordinated with my thing today. So I'm just going to take and stamp randomly on these. So on the pink pirouette, I'll do the polka dots just like we did before. And I'll just stamp these on here kind of randomly, and then we'll wrap that around our little Hershey's Nugget. And I'll do the same on this one, only this time I'm going to use this little daisy. This comes in the stamp set, and I have to show you this because it's kind of funny. It's actually a 3 daisy piece, stamp piece, but I just cut one of those off so that I could use it by itself, because sometimes you need a daisy all by itself. Okay, so again, I'll do the same thing here. I'll just stamp these randomly all over the background to kind of create a cute little pattern to decorate my chocolate, because everybody knows decorated chocolate is way better than regular chocolate. Okay, so there we go. Now to wrap these around my little Hershey's nugget, all that I need is to take some glue dots, and I'll put a glue dot on each end of my little strip of paper here. And then I will wrap it around and attach one dot on each end so that it's kind of stuck to my nugget. And isn't that cute? So we'll do the same thing here. I'll put a dot on each end. And then when I put them in my package, I can just go every other one, alternating colors. And then I have a cute little treat package. Okay, so I'll just insert this like so in here, and then this fits 5 pretty well, but you can also get away with 4. But 6 is too many to get the top to close. So you have a decent amount of space. So then all I did was tie on the ribbon to close it up, and then added the tag with some baker's twine. Isn't that cute? So super easy projects, and you can make more masculine versions of this if you wanted to go with the masculine version of the card. Just use the Wood Textures DSP that we have in the catalog. So anyway, I hope you loved these projects. Now, one thing to keep in mind, whenever you subscribe through the Creativity Cave for Paper Pumpkin, I will send you 12 to 15 alternative projects each month, just things just like this that give you different ideas for using your kit. So if you don't like the cards that they've included, I supply you with all kinds of versions just like this. So make sure you subscribe through my blog, and there is links to that in the description of this video, so check it out. Thank you so much for stamping with me today. We'll see you again soon. Bye!